After Boris Johnson's sort of resignation last week, he tried to defend his time in office.
And one of the constellations of leaving office at this particular time, Mr. Speaker, is that vacancies are at an all-time high.
Bragging about those vacancies is a weird one, given that they're the reasons that thousands of flights have been cancelled due to a lack of EU staff, and farmers have had to burn 40,000 pigs due to a lack of EU butchers. So unless your plan is to go straight from number 10 to the slaughterhouse, this seems a little poor taste. And then on his famous manifesto promise to build 40 new hospitals.
But we will build the 40 new hospitals, Mr. Speaker. They vote against the funding that makes it possible, Mr. Speaker.
But you've already admitted that it won't be 40 new hospitals, and many of them will simply be refurbished old hospitals, and even that pledge is under investigation by the National Audit Office, with NHS bosses saying that the money you provided is nowhere near enough. Not to mention, the Institute for Fiscal Studies called the national insurance rise, which you say you're using to pay for all this, unfair, unjustified, and inefficient. So pointing out that Labour didn't back this plan? Not the win you think it is. And then, of course, we
got Brexit done.
We've been actively trying to renegotiate the deal that took us out of the EU since pretty much the moment we left. You're delaying putting in place Brexit border checks until next year because Jacob Rees-Mogg says it would have been an act of self-harm to do it now. Doesn't feel done, but he was sorry about the effect of his Brexit on Northern Ireland.
Will he apologise for his legacy in Northern Ireland, in which power sharing has collapsed, the Good Friday Agreement has been undermined, an unwanted protocol bill has been imposed upon the people and businesses of Northern Ireland, and Anglo-Irish relations are in their worst state for 40 years.
Well, Mr. Speaker.
And finally,
on rape and serious sexual offences particularly against women. This is incredibly important to the whole House, and it's something that we have worked on very hard over the last 3 years.
The man is being kicked out of office for knowingly putting an MP with a long history of sexual misconduct in the office in charge of the behaviour of other MPs, and lying about it. And now he says that during those 3 years, he was taking sexual misconduct seriously. We're not going to miss you,